Hello Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future. So let's get started. For Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Venus, for their past, present, as well as their future. All right, Capricorn, so we do have the Empress out here for you. Your current energy is the Four of Swords. And then your future, we do have the Queen of Cups. Okay, wait a second. I feel like, okay, wait a minute. I do feel, Capricorn, like you feel like you're finally ready to like love again. I am definitely getting that. It kind of looks like for a while you spent most of your time focusing on yourself as well as your healing journey. But I am definitely getting in the near future, you're going to find yourself feeling like you're finally ready to love again. And I do actually see you falling for someone in the near future. So we're going to definitely look into that. But let's focus on this Empress energy in the recent past. We have you were very, very focused on yourself as well as your career in the past. I just feel like you decided to make this whole new chapter / cycle all about yourself and where you want to be at career-wise and where you want to be at financially speaking. With the Page of Wands to the Empress coming out here, I am definitely getting that you've definitely come a long way. I am getting that. The fact that you made it your mission and priority to focus on yourself and where you want to be and who you want to essentially become and, you know, where you want to be at, like career-wise as well as financially speaking. I do feel like it really did benefit you to do that, you know, because I am definitely getting a lot of growth, a lot of expansion. I feel like you're, you know, extremely happy with where you're at currently in life, you know, career-wise, financially speaking, you know, spiritually speaking. I just feel like you're very happy and very content with where you're at currently in life, and you're nowhere near done. I am definitely getting that. You're nowhere near done. I feel like you're constantly setting new goals for yourself, which I absolutely fucking love. You're like my spirit animal today. But yeah, I do feel like by you taking this time out to focus on you and your life, it truly did benefit you. It truly did benefit you in a variety of different ways. All right, currently at the moment, we do have the Four of Swords. Okay, we have the Hierophant, we have the King of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, that Four of Swords energy feels like that healing journey that I was talking about. You've definitely been on a healing journey, for sure. And I feel like it has a lot to do with, you know, a relationship with somebody that just didn't necessarily go the way that you were hoping it would or expecting it would. I am definitely getting that. You know, for some of you, you could have been dealing with someone in the past that you really, really wanted to be with, but maybe that person just wasn't ready for a committed relationship. You know, for others of you, I hate to say this, I do, but for others of you, for some of you, you could have definitely lost this person. You could have lost this person due to a tragedy. I am definitely getting that, unfortunately, for some of you. I am definitely getting that, unfortunately. And well, for others of you, you know, something could have, you know, just simply happened between the two of you, causing the relationship and or marriage to not work out. You know, that's also, you know, a possibility. But I am definitely getting for some of you out there that you could have lost this person, like, due to a tragedy. Yeah, I am definitely getting that. I just feel like it's been one hell of a fucking journey for you because of what you went through with this particular person. Regardless of how it ended, it was just one hell of a journey for you to move past and, you know, make peace with. I am getting that. All right, now in the near future, we do have the Queen of Cups. So let's see what's going on there. So we have the Seven of Swords, we have the World, and then we also have the Star. Like I said, I do see you definitely meeting somebody. new, and I do see you actually falling for this person. There's a lot of resistance coming from you when it comes down to like starting this whole new cycle. A boatload of resistance coming from you. You're gonna find yourself feeling very, very tempted to run in the opposite direction of this person. I am definitely getting that. Tell me more about the star. Yeah, double confirmation. You are definitely meeting someone new in the near future. This person will definitely be your soulmate, and they will definitely have a lot that you're essentially looking for within a person. I am definitely getting that strongly. So you're not going to find yourself, being the only one falling here, because I do see this other individual definitely falling for you. I do see this individual wanting to pursue you in a life with you. I am definitely getting that. Now, it's like you go from, okay, like I'm finally ready to put myself out there and let's see what happens. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And it's like the moment you do put yourself out there, boom, you end up meeting them. You end up instantly hitting it off with them. That's not my worry and concern, though. My worry and concern is that Seven of Swords energy that you're harnessing. And the Seven of Swords just basically speaks of self-sabotage, right? Like I said, dude, you're going to find yourself feeling really freaking tempted to run in the opposite direction of this person and go back to focusing on you again and your money and your career and your goals, things of that nature. I feel like you found a lot of comfort being single and alone, because let's be honest, when you're single and alone, you're free of all human disappointment. You know what I mean? The only person that you have to worry about disappointing you is literally you. You know what I mean? You could take that, you could handle that. You know what I mean? But given everything that you went through in this previous relationship and the way that it played out, is definitely affecting you, I would say, in this new relationship. This is one of those situations, Capricorn, where you truly need to make peace with the past before you turn around and say yes to this one over here. Okay, you truly need to make peace with the past before you turn around and say yes to this person and jump into absolutely anything with this person. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to make peace with the past and move forward and move on with your life and be happy, with this person. The opportunity is there. It's presenting itself to you. But all Spirit really does need you to do is make peace with the past before you turn around and say yes to this person and jump into a relationship with them, get a place with them, get married to them, start a family with them. Spirit really does need you to make peace with the past. Now, here's one thing that you're going to also find yourself, experiencing. So it's just like a heads up, fair warning. A lot of you are putting yourself out there because you're kind of in this space where you feel like, okay, I'm finally over such and such and what such and such put me through. I'm finally over what I went through with such and such. I'm finally over it. I'm ready to move forward and move on with my life and love again. What's causing you to think you're fully over everything that happened between you and this person has a lot to do with the fact that you weren't exposing yourself to love. You weren't exposing yourself to, becoming intimate, right, with another person. You weren't exposing yourself to all of these things. And because you weren't exposing yourself to all of these things, it led you to think and believe, okay, I'm healed. I'm over all my past traumas and everything that this person put me through and everything that I went through. I'm ready to love again. But the moment that you decide, all right, let me put myself out there, and you find somebody that you start to develop a strong and intense emotional attachment with, which we do see that happening here between you and this person, that's when everything that you haven't actually fully healed from starts to come up to the surface for you all over again. The fear of getting cheated on again, right? The fear of getting hurt, disappointed, manipulated, betrayed, deceived, you name it, all of that is coming up to the surface. The very thing that you thought you healed from is coming back up to the surface, and it's going to have you thinking, well, maybe this is a sign from the universe that I'm not actually ready to love like I thought I was. No, this is just, Spirit's way of saying, hey, listen, there's still stuff that you haven't fully healed from, and that's okay. And that's okay. What Spirit wants you to do is just acknowledge these things and address these things and officially heal from these things, because all you really did was take a break from the thing that hurt you the most and affected you the most, which was basically love and being in a relationship with someone, right? You took a massive break from it. You know what I mean? And that's what happens sometimes, believe it or not. That's, what happens sometimes. But this is what Spirit wants you to do, though, like I said. Spirit wants you to acknowledge the fact that there's still some things that you need to heal from. There's still some things that you need to essentially work through when it comes down to love, and, your past traumas and stuff like that. Here's the thing. Spirit doesn't want you to turn around and say yes to getting a place with them, starting a family with them, getting married to them, jumping into a relationship with them until you do what you got to do on your end, as far as like healing from these past traumas are concerned. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean get rid of this whole entire human being. It doesn't mean that. Spirit wants this person to continue to be in your life. Spirit just doesn't want you to turn around and sign yourself up for something that you're just not ready for just yet, if that makes any sense. So in other words, take your time with this person. Don't rush absolutely anything. Take your time with this person. Really, really get to know this person. And, let this person know how important it is to you to take things very, very slowly within a relationship, and how important it is to you to really, really get to know a person before you jump into absolutely anything with them. This is somebody that I do believe is going to help you overcome a lot of things that you're going to find yourself essentially struggling with, as far as like, you trusting them is concerned. That's something that they're going to help you out with. As far as like your fear of intimacy, that's something that they're going to essentially help you out with. But Spirit does not want you, I can't emphasize this enough, do not jump into a relationship with this person, start a family with them, move in with them, don't do any of those things until 100% that you have officially healed from everything that will be coming up to the surface for you the moment this person shows up. Like, fully heal from that, fully overcome that. And when you find yourself in this space in your life where you feel like, okay, I fully healed from everything, I'm ready to jump into a relationship with them, then do it. But don't run in the opposite direction of them, and don't kick them to the curb either. Like, let this person be a part of your life. You know what I mean? Just make sure, that you don't jump into a relationship with them until you're finally ready, to do so. Because these things that are going to come up to the surface for you are going to prevent you from wanting to go there either which way. You know what I mean? So I don't see you jumping into a relationship with them because of these things that are coming up to the surface. They're going to obviously want that with you. But this is why Spirit's like, hey, like, don't jump into a relationship with them until you put in the work, you know what I mean, to fully heal from everything that's going to be coming up to the surface for you. Take your time with them, get to know them, and allow this person to be there for you and help you on this healing journey that you're currently on. Because in some cases, we are able to heal from a lot of things that we experience in life, but in some cases we do need help. You know what I mean? We do need help. And in this case, I do feel like Spirit's sending this person in particular into your life because it's somebody that can help you heal from the things that are going to come up to the surface for you. Okay, Capricorn? So don't get rid of this person. Don't run in the opposite direction of them. Don't do all that. You know what I mean? Like, continue to date them, continue to get to know them, and make it clear to them how important it is, for you to take things extremely slowly within a relationship, and, how important it is for you to really, really get to know them. You're going to eventually find yourself feeling safe and secure enough to open up to this person about the things that you're struggling with as far as the things that are coming up to the surface is concerned. And they're going to help you out with that. They're going to help you out with that. You don't need the pressure of I'm in a relationship on you. You don't need that. You do not with this stuff that's going to come up to the surface. You don't need that. And this is why Spirit's like, don't slap a label to this, because if you slap a label to this and you're going through everything that you're going through, your trust issues, your fear of intimacy, your past traumas, that's gonna be a lot for you to handle all at once. Having to digest, being in a relationship and adapting to that, and then having to deal with all of this shit, that's coming up to the surface for you that you haven't necessarily fully healed from. It's gonna be too much for you. It's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much. That's why Spirit's like, don't throw them away. Don't run from them either. But don't jump into anything with them just yet. And this person comes off to me as somebody who's going to be very, very understanding. So that's another thing. So when you tell this person, like, hey, like, I just want to take things slowly. I just really want to get to know you. And, I just really don't feel like I'm ready for a relationship right now because, like, I'm experiencing a lot of trust issues all of a sudden. I thought I healed from it. I guess not. And, all of the stuff, that I've experienced from my past is just starting to come back up to the surface. And, you know what I mean? Like, I need to really address that. I really need to heal from that. They're going to be nothing but understanding, and they're going to help you on top of that on this healing journey. They're going to be nothing but understanding and compassionate with you. So don't sign yourself up for a relationship with this person the moment they turn around and ask you, to be in a relationship with them. Don't turn around and do that, especially when you're not ready because of the stuff that's coming up to the surface for you, okay? You will reach that point where you will find yourself feeling like, okay, I trust them. Okay, I don't have anything to worry about when it comes down to them. Okay, they really are a good person. And when you reach that point, because you will, it's besides the point, then go off and jump into a relationship with them and have a million babies if you want to and get a nice house. And you could do that after you face this first. But you got to make peace with your past before you say yes to this person. That's the only thing Spirit wants you to do. Make peace with your past before you turn around and say yes to this person. Okay? All right. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.